Joined by men's basketball head coach Jason Harris. And Coach, you had a pretty eventful summer. You've got a kid on the way, but the big news, you traveled to Africa, a trip with Yes Africa to Benin. And how was that experience for you?
It was great. I mean, it was humbling to be a part of such an experience. It was tremendous going over there. Just kind of seeing the way that they live, the way that we live, the similarities, the differences. The one refreshing part is that basketball is basketball, so the language barrier and kind of all that went out the air immediately as soon as we threw the ball up.
Well, this was something that Charlie Titus started quite a long time ago, the longtime men's basketball head coach, and you were following his footsteps. Can you tell us a little bit more about the program and what you were able to accomplish over there?
Yeah, my part of the program is the athletic piece. There's an educational piece to it. Good thing for everybody. I was not teaching that part, but the athletics piece, it was basically a coach's camp. So I was able to go over there and kind of teach the way that we teach our coaches over here. And the thought was that hopefully that they'll teach their kids, and it'll just kind of infect basketball over there as well, the same way that it's done it over here. But with that being said, we had over 100 kids at the camp, and all of those kids were eager to learn. They just loved being there. I love being there, and it makes it easier to be be away from your family and be so far away when they're just so invested and they just love being there as well.
You've obviously been invested in the basketball coaching life for a while. Were there any big differences between that camp and maybe over in Benin in terms of maybe the style of play there, but maybe even just how much the kids cared and what the kids focused on?
Yeah, well, first of all, the kids are very similar to our kids. The way they act, the way they interact with each other, that was very similar to being any gym in America that I'd ever been in. And when there's a camp going on, there's a few differences, like, when the water break comes, their water might come in bags, where our kids are a little more spoiled and they each have their own 32-ounce Gatorade. Our kids here were a little bit more concerned about, if somebody stepped on their new Nikes or how their Under Armour shirts looked. Over there it was just, again, eagerness to learn. The enthusiasm was great from those kids, from the coaches, from the community, from the school that we were around.
So now the next question is, are you looking forward to going back in future years?
Yeah, not only am I looking forward to going back, hopefully next year I can bring a few coaches with me. We can hit a few countries while we're over there, and just, it's basketball. It's the game of basketball. It's, you have organizations like Basketball Without Borders, and it truly is. I mean, the game is just, for me, it's like a language of love. So I'm just excited to be a part of it, and for me, being a Division III basketball player and a Division III basketball coach, to have basketball, the game itself, bring me to Africa, that was just amazing to me.
Coach, that was towards the end of your summer, but I know you spent a lot of the summer recruiting, adding some assistant coaches to your team. Can you give us a preview of this season and why you're excited for year two?
I think there will be some fresh faces, coaches as well as players. I think overall last year as a program we kind of had to learn to compete, whereas I think this year the onus is going to be a little bit more on learning how to win. So I'm excited to take that step with the program. I'm excited to have some of the new people that are with us, some of the old people that are with us. I don't want to go in too depth on the kids, because I don't think that they've earned that yet, some of the new guys, but some of the returning guys, guys like Sam Freeman, guys like Dan Powers, these kids have done a great job over the summer, helping our program take the next step.
Well, Coach, thanks so much for your time. Congratulations on some great charity work, and we're looking forward to the men's basketball season. We'll take another commercial break, and then we'll be back with our third interview as we continue looking at our Summer Spotlight series.